Oh, it's like a little box. It like opens. Everything's falling out. Oh my goodness. Hi guys, today I am back with my first ever video that isn't filmed in my bedroom, sat on the floor because you guys told me to stop sitting on the floor in my bedroom. I have a backdrop. I'm really sorry about the creases. I spent about 2 hours this morning trying to iron the creases out and it just wasn't happening yet. So I will work on it at some point. I'm in my living room. I am sitting on a stool. I'm not on the floor today and I just thought I would film a first impressions for you because I'm very excited. I haven't bought makeup for so long. The idea of doing a first impressions, I wasn't really entirely sure what I was supposed to film, and actually it is what it is. It's a first impressions. I haven't opened this and I'm so excited because I'm such a huge fan of Chloe. Chloe's probably one of the first YouTubers that I ever started watching. And first of all, she's absolutely gorgeous. Second of all, she's got like an incredible accent. And when I found out in one of her videos not too long ago that she was releasing a palette with Ciate London, I was like, oh my god, I need to get my hands on the palette. When I saw the palette and I saw kind of the stuff that came with it and how pretty it was and the fact that it was a kind of more neutrally palette, I just absolutely loved it. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to do swatches with and without a primer so you guys can see the colour payoff. I probably should do it with a brush because people prefer that. Yes, let me just show you what everything looks like. So this is what the box looks like. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's so pretty. It's like purple and gold theme. It's got flamingos and stuff on it, and I mean it's just so pretty. It's a little bit shiny, so excuse the reflections from the lighting. And on the back it has a picture of Chloe and all the contents that are in there. So I'm just going to get into everything. I'm just going to literally start opening stuff because I'm really excited about this. The palette was £45 in the UK and I actually got it straight from the Ciate London website. It came very quickly. It was shipped within a couple of days and I paid £3.95 for postage and packaging. So altogether it was £48.95. Inside you get this really cute little, oh, it's like a little box. It like opens. Everything's falling out. Oh my goodness. Yes. So you get this really cute little card which says enjoy with love from Chloe Morello and Ciate London. So that's really cute. Inside the palette, you basically, underneath, you get this little bag. And this is one of the things I totally fell in love with. It's almost like this little gorgeous makeup bag that you can keep your stuff in. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. It's gorgeous. It's like this navy blue and it's got rose gold detailing on it and the tassel. I remember her showing the tassel and the tassel is just amazing because it just means that you're not having to fiddle around with like little zippies. So it's actually, oh, it's really like easy to use as well. Like sometimes they get stuck and it's really awkward. So you've got a little baggie to obviously put all your items in and the palette fits absolutely perfectly because I can already see the palette. So that little bag comes with it. Before I get to the palette, a couple of other things. You get a velvet liquid lipstick, liquid velvet, and the colour is Pin Up, I think. I think Chloe was wearing this in the video where she was talking about this, and again, totally fell in love with it on her lips. So I will be trying this at some point in one of my future videos. It's really cute. I'm just going to smell everything because I generally have to smell everything. It doesn't smell like anything, which is fine. And it's just this really gorgeous pinky brownie mauvey. Oh my god, it's just gorgeous. Do you know what, actually when it comes out it's slightly more pink than it is in here, but actually I prefer that because you know how I love like my purpley pinky mauvey sort of colours. And you also get a little mascara with it. So attached to this side is a little mascara and I'm assuming it's in black. It's Black Magic. It's called Black Magic, so I'm assuming it would be in black. I haven't tried this out obviously. I just like smelling everything. I don't know what's wrong with me. So yeah, it's just really cute. I'm gonna obviously test it out at some point, but I just thought I would do the swatches of the palette because everybody's kind of waiting for the swatches. So this is what the palette looks like. It kind of matches the theme at the front of the box, which is so pretty, with the flamingos and the flowers and the stars, and I'm guessing all the stuff that Chloe absolutely loves. So I'm just going to open the palette so I can show you. And this is the reason I absolutely totally fell in love with this palette. So this is what the palette looks like. And you can see from that, I mean, if I have a quick look through the palette, there's 6 shimmery type colours. and then all the other colours look matte. And these are colours that you could use like every single day. How gorgeous is this? So I'm definitely going to do a swatch of all of these on my hand right now. I will do it using a brush if you want me to, because I just think it's a little bit more real life and probably slightly more accurate for me to do in real life. So the side I've done with primer, I've used Shadow Insurance by Too Faced. I just want to start by saying don't use the products without primer, because primer's there to enhance the colour of everything, to make the colours stand out, to make the colours pop, and to give the colour something to stick to. So it is a little bit unfair to do a first impressions thing without primer, because most people would use primer anyway. So the first colour is a really kind of neutral brown, and it's called Skinny Dip. And I've basically done a swatch there. So that is what it looks like without the primer. And then obviously with the primer, it looks a lot darker. The next shade is called Unconditional. Again, with the primer, really, really nice. Very good transitional kind of colour for me. And then that is without the primer, and it basically looks the same as my skin. The next colour is On Fire, which is an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous brown colour. Again, without the primer, you can still see it, just doesn't come out as pigmented, and you have to use a few more strokes while you're doing it. Next colour is Queen Bee, which is probably one of my favourite dark browns and will be one of my favourite dark browns forever. This is what it looks like with the primer, and this is what it looks like without the primer. Again, just having to go in with my brush quite a few extra times. The next one is Shining Bright, which is like a gorgeous gold colour. And I think as an on-lid colour, this would look absolutely amazing. And I'm definitely going to plan on wearing it like the next time I go out, because it's so pretty. Again, with and without, you can just see that without the primer, it's almost like it's a bit more chalky, I guess. The application is a little bit more chalky, but I wouldn't say it's just with this palette. It's with like every palette I use. You have to properly dig, and then you get bits of like product all over the place because it's all powdery and chalky. But when you use a primer, I mean, to be fair, a lot of these products are actually not, they're very buttery to use anyway. So that is what that looks like. The next one is called Vacay, and it's just a slightly lighter and a brighter gold. Again, with the primer and then without the primer, which is just there. The next one is called My Tribe, and is a very pretty sort of highlight in a corner type colour, which looks like this. And again, didn't really show up too much on my skin without the primer. Be Sassy was like a very muted pink, which I absolutely loved, and was hoping it was going to come out of my skin colour. And it looks pretty much like this. So yeah, I mean, it could be like a transition colour or an all-round lid colour before I put colours on to like help me with blending. But it was very, very pretty. Without the primer, again, you could hardly see it. And the last one on this arm is called Jet Setter, and it's a really gorgeous purpley kind of colour, which is very, very cute. Okay, so from the bottom upwards, so this is the primer side, and I would say because the colour started to get a little bit darker in the palette, the swatches actually were slightly darker even without the primer, but they still looked a lot more intense and pigmented with the primer. So this side is called Happy, and it's almost like a bronzy, brownie, really gorgeous colour. The next one is called Dainty, which is really a pinkish, peachy sort of gold. Yeah, I'd say pinky, peachy sort of gold. Again, and that side is without the primer. The next one I think I'm going to absolutely loving, which is called Fierce, and I think was one of the colours that Chloe was wearing when she actually made the video about this product, and that's Fierce with the primer, and there's this Fierce without the primer. The next colour is Flirt, which again I think is going to want to be absolutely one of my favourite colours in the palette, because it's such a pretty sort of aubergine type purpley colour, which I absolutely love. And then you've got Daydream, which also is absolutely gorgeous, and it's just a slightly darker purple. And again, actually probably more of an aubergine colour than the other one, so actually slightly darker matte colour. And then you've got Own It, which is a very slightly shimmery colour. The darkest, probably the darkest colour in the palette, but because it's shimmery, it doesn't come out really, really, really dark. It's absolutely amazing, guys. This palette is absolutely stunning. It is really, really neutral, which is like the best thing about this palette, because I don't like bright colours. Bearing in mind I've got like blue underneath my eyes today, I don't really do bright colours, and I never have done. So something like this for me is ideal, because you've got a couple of pop of sort of colours on this side here, and I just think is really, really gorgeous. So totally in love with this. Thank you so much, Chloe, for coming out with such an amazing palette. I cannot wait to do lots of looks with it. I haven't used it as yet because I wanted to open it on camera and just let you guys know what I think. But I think definitely colour payoff is much better with a primer, but I don't think there's ever been a palette where I've thought that you can use it better off without a primer. So really pigmented colours, really stunning. This is one of those palettes where you're not going to have like half the palette that you're not going to use. Like, you're going to use all the colours because they are absolutely stunning and neutral and go with every kind of skin colour. I'm really glad she kind of went for more a neutral palette because I think it would suit more skin tones, and I think that was really, really important for the amount of followers that she has, that it was kind of enough to cater for absolutely everybody. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please do subscribe, please share, please like, please let me know what you think of the palette if you've got it, and if I persuaded you to get it, then that's great. This is definitely not sponsored by Chloe. I did go out and buy this product myself, and I paid for the shipping, and I'm really happy with it. Like, it's such an amazing product. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I will see you next time.